In the hutch behind me are some new residents here at Pura Vida Pythons. Let's check them out. Happy Pura Vida Tuesday. It's Cody with Pura Vida Pythons. So let's go ahead and check out what we got over here. Spent the last week building this hutch. That's right, guys. We have rabbits now, and this is one of our females. She's got a cool little mustache on. All right, let me go. We'll see the next one. Another female here. We don't have names for the females yet, but they are gorgeous little gals. And then here's our male on the end, and he has a name. This is Tookie. Pretty cool stuff. So if you want to we'll just go ahead and talk about all of this little setup here. So we have hardware cloth on the side. The bottom is, I can't remember which gauge. I think it's 16 gauge, 1 inch by ½ inch. So it's the appropriate wire size for rabbits. And we have some resting mats that are coming on the way, because even though that's the appropriate size, sometimes they still like those big, we got them some pretty big resting mats so they can sit on those whenever they need to. And then so on the bottom here, we actually have some old rat tubs that we're going to be catching their droppings with. I'll talk about that in a minute, but it's to catch their droppings. And then we have on the opposite side of each tub is a worm compost bin. We actually just set those up today, so we threw some kitchen scraps, some cardboard in there, a couple packs of worms from Walmart. But here's, you can see how much droppings. We've only had her for like a day, I think. We just got them brand new, and they already have a lot of droppings. And you're probably like, what in the world? Why do you want their droppings? So we can kind of go ahead and talk about why we got the rabbits now, all their uses. They have a plethora of uses. So we sell rats locally for feeders and to feed our own collection. And so we have a couple Burmese customers that were like, hey, you know, if you started breeding rabbits, we'd probably start buying from you, because it's a little bit better size for them. And I was like, nah, man, we got a lot on our plate. That was a few months ago. So that's, but honestly, the feeders, rabbits as feeders, is probably the one of the lower tier reasons. We actually got them because we just want a way to produce our own meat here. Healthy meat, healthy rabbit meat. You do process a rabbit. You can use you can use the pelt for dog treats. We have 2 dogs. Their ears, it can be dehydrated or given to them raw. Really good, really healthy for them. So you have dog treats, rabbit meat, feeders for snakes, or monitors. We were just talking to somebody the other day who was interested in that. So we can get to the droppings now. So their droppings are, if you know anything about fertilizer, you can have hot fertilizer and cold fertilizer. Hot means it kind of needs to go through some composting, some breaking down, like chicken manure, for example, is hot. If you throw that right on a plant, it could kill it because it has a lot of nitrogen. I believe that's why. This is called a cold manure, so you can throw it right on a plant, in your garden, under a tree. And it will actually it doesn't need any other step, and it's like super good. You can actually bag this stuff up and sell it for a pretty good profit out here. But we're probably gonna be using a lot of it here unless we get just some crazy overload. So, but we have that kind of set up, so some will drop into the bin for the worms to start their composting, and then we can actually use these bins and take them to other parts of the yard, because we're gonna get a garden going and stuff like that. So as you can see, we have some rain protection. We don't have any really predators here. We're not super in the country. I mean, there's like a couple trees, but I've never seen any raccoons. Saw one possum like 2 years ago. Haven't seen anything like it since. We do have some neighborhood cats, but they haven't messed with them yet. So I think we're good. If other measures need to be taken, I will take that. So if you want to see here on the end, this is our watering system. I would like to have a lid, but they weren't selling lids when I got this. You can see that our system runs, there you go, all the way along the back side. It's just 4 components, and it's pretty much set up exactly like the rodent stuff with the clips and everything. So it's kind of cool not having to get any different equipment for that. But yeah, it kind of is set up right in the middle there for them at a good level, so they can just access that anytime they need to. So we can kind of go into the breeds. These 2 are Rexes, pretty standard size breed, 9 to 12 pounds, is a good size for them as adults. These guys are all local, within a couple hours of here, which means they're already adjusted to the climate, so they're all doing pretty good. So this on the end is a Tamuk rabbit, our male, and we got him super local, and we got him for a reason. So Tamuk is capital T-A-M-U-K, and he's just stretched out relaxing right now, but it stands for Texas A&M something. But the whole reason we got this guy, I reached out on Facebook and found him, is because this breed is super heat tolerant. It was developed in Texas for that reason. And the reason being is when male rabbits in the summer, when it gets super hot, which it gets really hot down here for a long time, they go sterile and they won't breed. This breed can breed all year round. So we tried to search out a breed for him. And there's actually a female we might be getting that is half Timuk, and it has some other, I think, stuff running through it too that we're probably going to go pick up to really get a good bloodline going here. But he's chilling out for right now, and we had him a couple days longer, and like I said, and this stuff doesn't stink at all. Their manure is very clean. It just has no scent to it at all, which is another huge benefit. And so a lot of cool reasons to have these guys. And then if you feed them any greens or anything, it can just fall right through and get composted. So I love systems like that are all set up. So if you look up, we have this tree here, which is blocking a lot of the sun right now. If you want to look behind you, that tree there blocks most of the sun. But as you can see to the right of it, you get about a 6-hour window of sun. And so while I'm pretty sure these rabbits will be fine, they've been outside, obviously grown to this size already, we are going to probably grab some type of tarp or something to give them more shade than they probably need, just to be on that safe side. Probably attach it to this shed and then over to here, just to keep them nice and comfortable. They have some good airflow all through here, so they should have pretty good healthy respiratory. So speaking of kind of a new addition, we put this tree in the ground the other day. This is a weeping willow. Rabbits really love this stuff. They love chewing on the leaves and the bark. So I said, you know, let's go ahead and get this thing here. And we planted it super close to this one, but I kind of want it to grow up to replace the shade that this one gives them in the morning. It gives them shade for from pretty much when the sun comes up till about 10:30 a.m., maybe a little before that. So we're gonna kind of grow this one up, trim that one back in the meantime, and then just to let this one really flourish. And then whenever I want to, we just get some clippings from it, throw it in there, they can nibble on it, have some good enrichment. Just have to get the last female that we want for the breeding trio, breeding quattro, I guess, 1.3 for the male to female, and get her feeding system set up. Already have the feeder and everything. Feeders are pretty cool, pretty easy. Their food's in here. This is where we'll introduce another animal we have, and this is their food. But pretty good stuff. They have a complete pellet diet right now. But we do collect some greens throughout the yard and stuff, and we'll be doing that. I'd like to do half and half, and these just flip up. You can just refill that. We're gonna do that here in a minute. So yeah, to kind of wrap this video up, I might get some hate for this video because, like, you know, the kind of rule of thumb is with people who have certain ideas about animals is the cuter they are, you know, the more prestige they have, or they're more important than other animals. And I can see how people think that and stuff. These are really cute rabbits, like the colors and stuff, and just rabbits in general. They're really adorable. But I'm sure there's gonna be people in the comments, you know, you're a monster, kill yourself, all this stuff. I'm kind of ready for it. I'm not super unused to it with the rat stuff as well. I just want you guys to know that we put a lot of effort and thought into how we did this, did a ton of research on multiple sources to give the absolute standard, if not more, for these rabbits, on keeping rabbits. They will live a very good life here. These are going to be our breeders. We'll have grow outs on the yard. They're going to be getting perfect, just lush grass, all the type of greenery they're going to get. They're going to get their pellets too, shade, have the enrichment of being in there, and those are going to be our grow outs. And so yeah, this is a decision we made because we just want a clean source of meat to have, some food independence. That's with our other critter that we'll show sometime soon. It's another reason we got those. And with the composting and stuff in the garden, we're gonna try to just, you know, kind of be a little more self-sufficient around here. That's something I've always been into. My grandpa was a really big farmer and kind of a legend at his local farmer market. So kind of trying to channel that and just keep I like the cycle. I like the symbiosis of things, how these can benefit us with their meat, feeders, their manure, everything. It kind of just keeps cycling. It helps us recycle our food scraps and stuff, so it's less waste. But yeah, everybody who like kind of knows what's going on, you know, I don't really have to explain myself to them why, you know, certain things, but I'm sure there's gonna be people that come across this that are just gonna instantly hate everything about this. But I guess something to keep in mind is you can have different views on certain subjects and stuff, and it doesn't make that person a bad person. It just makes them different or think different, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I think today with the internet and social media and everything, it's so easy to read someone's comment or their ideas about a certain subject and instantly write them off or hate them or think they're an idiot. I try not to do that as much as I can, but I'm sure people feel that way about me. I'm crazy, I raise a bunch of rats just to feed them, I'm raising rabbits and doing all this and blah blah blah. Why'd you do that? It's just different strokes for different folks. And so I hope you guys liked that video. If you have any comments, ways I can improve this, by the way, if you see stuff like this is because I'm the worst carpenter. You can tell I didn't build the rat shed because I did build this. So I don't know how to get anything square or anything. It is definitely solid though. It'll work for these guys. But it was fun making this to try to improve that, because this is probably the biggest like multi-purpose, crazy, all the types of different stuff I had to do project that I've ever done. So it was exciting to get this up and running, and I'm proud of it. I'm sure it could be better, but I am proud of it. But yeah, guys, hope you liked that video. Stay tuned. We're gonna be showing more rabbit stuff, the other critter stuff we got going on. Obviously the snakes, we have more really fun news for the snakes, getting a little bit closer to getting them sold. And so like I said, when all that happens, we'll be posting them up, letting you guys know. And really appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great week. If you're in Florida, try to stay safe. This other hurricane's coming in fast. Evacuate if you can. You guys know what to do. You've been through this before. Hopefully all y'all stay safe. Everybody dealing with Helene. My brother is just getting back today from being up there for a few days. Shout out everybody going to support them. And if you can in any way, encourage you to do that. But yeah, guys, hope you have a great week. And until next Tuesday, peace.